rock solo, dolo. Couldn't hold on no more. You ain't by me, you got to go though. You ain't by me, you got to go though. Now I rock solo, dolo. Couldn't hold on no more. You ain't by me.
What's good, love? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back, love. Hey, welcome. Okay, I'm sorry. So, if you have not already read the title, this video is going to break down the cost of living, how much I specifically paid to stay in Malaysia. Okay, how much I paid, just remember that part, how much I paid. Okay, now your lifestyle, your living style, the things that you need in order to be comfortable, could vary greatly, could vary a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But this is just, my personal opinion and what I did and how much I paid to stay in Malaysia. I believe I was there for a little over 30 days. So let's get into the video, okay? Hopefully the things that I'm sharing in the video helps you decide if Malaysia is somewhere that you want to visit, somewhere that you want to stay, or somewhere that you just are interested to know more information about. And hopefully I can share that with you by the end of this video. So let's get into it, okay? So I actually was in Malaysia for 37 days, maybe a little over 30 days in a week, okay? So we start there. This will be over 30 days. So this will give you a good idea of how much it would be monthly to be in Malaysia. Okay, now we're going to start with the accommodation. I will be breaking down how much I paid to actually stay in Malaysia. In the same situation like every other place that I've traveled to, I did not get a short-term, long-term rental. I did not meet anyone off of Facebook groups, WhatsApp, or anything like that. All of my accommodation was booked directly on the Airbnb platform. And I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay. Let's start there. Okay. Actually, before I get into the accommodation, how much I paid to stay there, I want to tell you about how much my flight was. So I did not fly from the US to Malaysia. I flew from Da Nang, Vietnam to Malaysia. So my ticket from Da Nang, Vietnam to Malaysia was $370. It was actually a 2-hour and 40-minute flight. Now this was on the higher end. It was about two something when I originally was going to book the ticket, but I wasn't sure on the exact day that I wanted to leave yet. So I drug my feet, and I shouldn't have. And by the time it was time to book, it was like $100 more. Also, too, it was Tet time, so a lot of flights were more expensive. Things were more packed and more busy because people coming home and people leaving the area after Tet was over. So that's just something to consider. I just wanted to share the flight costs with you, so you get that as well. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into the accommodation. I did stay in 3 different Airbnbs throughout my time in Malaysia. The first 2 were 2 weeks each, and then the last one was a week. Okay, so I just want to break that down first. My first Airbnb that I stayed in once I got to Malaysia from Da Nang was $544. Again, that was 2 weeks. That did come with, like, they had the cleaning services I wanted to. They had the pool. They had the gym. Now, whether I use those amenities or not, but they were included if I wanted to use them. My second accommodation was $590. Again, same thing. They did have all of the things: the pool, the gym. They said they had a sauna. I was not able to find it, but I wasn't going to use it anyway, so I didn't really dwell too much on that particular amenity. But it was cool to know that they had it if I wanted to. And then my last accommodation was $285 for a week. Okay, so maybe about five-ish, less than $600 if I decided to stay there for 2 weeks. But again, that was just my last week before I actually left Malaysia. So no need for me to get two weeks. All right. So with 544, 590, and 285, I spent $1,419 to stay in Malaysia for 30 days. And again, that came with all inclusive. Power was included, water was included, internet, everything was included. And then I also got the use of the amenities for the buildings that I was in. So the next thing that we'll get into is going to be food. Now, before I get into the food, I do this every single video, and I just want you to know I am vegan. I am vegan. Okay. I am plant-based. Okay. So the food that I eat won't be the same cost as the food that you eat. Okay. Vegan food does tend to be more expensive. So keep that in mind when I'm going through these food costs. So for food, I spent a total of RM $1,428.26. So $1,429 is how much I spent to eat over that 36-day period. Now, I did go out to eat sometimes. I did do a hella grab, and I did get hella groceries. Okay. So I'm just throwing that out there. This $1,419 does include every avenue that I used to eat while I was in Malaysia for that time frame. And that RM 1429 is equivalent to $350 US. So I spent $350 US to eat for 36 days while in Malaysia. The next thing we'll get into and we'll talk about is transportation. As we know, I did not have a car. I did not rent a car. It was just mainly on Grab and my Chev and my Lay. So Chev in my left foot and Lay in my right foot. That was just my transportation while I was in Malaysia. I did a lot of walking in Malaysia. So let's throw that out there as well. So it might have been more if I did not walk as much as I did. But over those 37 days, I spent RM 359. That's RM 359, and that is equivalent to $88 US. So I spent $88 US over 36 days on Grab alone. That's me grabbing to the mall, me grabbing back, me grabbing to the restaurant, me grabbing back, me grabbing to the dentist, me grabbing back, just like that. Okay, you can't argue with that. $88 for 36 days. You can't argue with that. Your car note more than that. Your insurance more than that back in the US. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into lifestyle costs. Now, lifestyle costs would be like if I went to my tattoo, I went and got me shopping. I would have added my laptop, but I don't think my laptop was a lifestyle cost. That was something that I wanted to, because I did buy a laptop when I was there. But I wouldn't put that in a lifestyle cost. It wasn't necessarily a part of my budget, and I wanted to buy in the US, but I knew that it would be a little bit cheaper once I got here, so I just waited. My lifestyle cost was $265 US. That includes any additional groceries that wasn't directly food. That also includes my tattoo, which was $140 for my hand. I think it was like $130, $140 for my hand. I also went shopping. So in total, my lifestyle cost was $265. So in total, 37 days in Malaysia. In total, I spent $2,122. Okay, $2,122. I still did work throughout those 36 days. So during that time, I probably could have spent more if I didn't have to go to work overnight. But that definitely played a part in the amount that I spent to maintain my lifestyle in Malaysia. Okay, I believe that of course, if you look at the numbers, of course, it was more expensive than Vietnam. But I don't feel like I got foreigner taxed at all throughout Malaysia. Like when we think about it, I can't go back to a time and be like, you know what? They taxed me. They charged me extra for anything that I spent because I feel like I got exactly what I paid for. Okay. So hopefully this cost breakdown of how much it costs to stay in Malaysia does enlighten you, that does encourage you, or that just gives you the knowledge that you need in order to make your move, make book a flight to visit, or like I said, just to educate yourself to know more in life. All right. So if you have any questions, comment them down below. I'll let you know. You know, I'm an open book. I love sharing information. So if you have any questions about Malaysia and how much it cost me, please let me know, and I'll drop them in the comments. I'll respond. I'll read everybody's comments. Thank y'all so much for watching. So I'll catch you on the next one. All right, y'all stay amazing. Y'all stay blessed. Bye. You ain't by me.